Welcome to the Dove's Inner Beauty Podcast, where we foster emotional awareness one individual at a time. Leading the way is Demetria Nickens, a certified mental health first aid instructor and trauma recovery coach with over 2 decades of experience in fostering emotional awareness in others by engaging their mental health.
Are you curious about combining traditional mental health treatments with holistic therapies? Can help tackle anxiety and depressions? Tune in as we explore the best of both worlds to find a balanced approach to mental wellness. Welcome back, everyone. This is Garfield Bowen, co-host / producer, back in the studio with mental health expert Demetria Nickens. Demetria, how you doing today?
I am feeling good. How are you?
I am well. So, Demetria, can you explain how integrating traditional mental health treatments with holistic therapies can benefit someone dealing with anxiety or depression?
Absolutely. Traditional mental health treatments, there's many things, right? There's this idea of talk therapy, medicine, and then within talk therapy, there's a lot of different modalities. People use trauma-focused approaches. They use DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, or CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. So there are a lot of different approaches when you're thinking about traditional therapy. And all very good, right? Depending on what you want to do and how you want to do it. However, those things don't work in a silo, right? They don't work alone. And so it's important that we think about holistically how we pair the things we do outside of those therapies, right? Like, what does your day-to-day life look like? If you are not taking care of yourself, if you're not eating right, if you're not sleeping good, if you're not maybe even practicing mindfulness, which technically could be a therapy that you're getting in traditional therapy. But if you're not doing these things in what we call this 8 dimensions of wellness and taking care of those things as well, then this therapy over here is only going to do but so much. And so it's important that we think about our wellness in 8 dimensions. SAMHSA came up with this idea of this 8 dimensions of wellness, right? We have to consider, right, what is going on in our finances, what is going on emotionally, what is going on physically, what is going on occupationally, what is going on trying to get them all out of my head, but there's 8, right? When you think about all 8 of them. And so if you're on the decline in your job, that's your occupational health. What are you doing to fix that, right? If financially you're having troubles financially, there's something, there are steps that you can take to try to fix your finances, right? But, maybe you're over here in therapy trying to kind of get it together, and you're trying to, do the therapies to get your mind together, but you're still struggling over here in something, right? Physical health, right? Are you eating right? Are you sleeping? Are you exercising? And not saying that you have to do, 2, 3, 5 hours a day of exercise and you have to only eat vegetables. Not saying that at all. But I'm saying balance, right? Balance matters. This idea of balance makes a difference. And, where can you find more balance in your life when it comes to your physical health? Because it matters, right? It's all connected. And so it's important that you pair these things together, that you're not just thinking of, oh, my mental health is so bad. Yeah, but yes, you can get therapy and that is so important. Please do that. Right. But also pair it with this idea of what else is going on in your life. Because your therapist is thinking about all those things. They just may not be saying it, right? Maybe they're focused on this one thing for you in a treatment plan type of way for your mental health, and hoping that fixing that is going to fix the other things. But why not holistically think about your life as a whole? While you're working on one, you can be working on another. Who says you can't? They can't be both and instead of or. And so if we work together in these, it's going to bring you a much better outcome than just focusing on one, right? And it depends on the person. Let me say that, right? Some people have to the way they process is processing one at a time. And I get that. And I think you have to know you, but that's part of it. That's part of holistic health as well. How well do you know yourself? How well do you know how you process information? How well do you know what you value? Is physical health a part of your value, or maybe it's not, right? How well do you know yourself? And all of that is a part of holistic health too. So just keeping those things in mind and working together, not necessarily making this over here and this over here, but how can we put them together to help you as a whole?
Now, you may have answered this with the questions that you just mentioned, but if somebody want to dip their toe into holistic therapies, what's a simple starting point that will pair well with their current treatment plan?
I would really say finding, discovering you. Enough people don't really know who they are, right? What is my life story, right? Getting into this idea of life design work. So the idea of what are your values? What are your core emotional challenges? What are the things that are limiting beliefs and fears in your life? Really get to know you. Because when you get to know who you are, how do you notice your body? Do you know what's going on with your mental health? What are the traumas that you've experienced in your life, and how may they be impacting you now? Really start to get to know you, a relationship with you first. And that is major in the land of physical and mental health, right? Because we know if we have diabetes, we know if we suffer from migraines, those are things we know because we go to the doctor and we pay attention. However, when's the last time you thought about your values? Right? When's the last time you thought about the things that you really do in this world? Do you serve, profoundly? What is your mission? What are the things that you really feel like you want to do in this world? And are you doing them? Why? What's stopping you? And so really figuring out you, right? This idea of understanding who you are as a person. People think they know, but when they start doing the work, they really don't know. And that's part of what I do, right? I help people, guide them to this idea of understanding who they are.
And I'm going off script here a little bit, but is it a male-female thing? Because I don't think most guys do all this thinking.
Maybe. I think traditionally, right? Like when you think about social norms, right? This idea that guys don't sit around and think about this stuff, right? Just they go and live their life, right? But I think they should. I think it's important to also think about themselves and who they are and what they want in this life and what they want out of this life. Not enough men, I think, do it. I think it's important to do, though.
So we got a lot of work to do then, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, Demetria, love it. You have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Dove's Inner Beauty podcast, where we foster emotional awareness one individual at a time. For a complimentary consultation, visit dovesinnerbeauty.com or call 336-298-6599. That's 336-298-6599.